Welcome to the very first episode of Recommended Reels. I'm your visible host, Xavier Castillo, and today I'm grateful to be reviewing Pretty Woman, released in 1990 by Garry Marshall. Pretty Woman is a romance comedy starring Julia Roberts as Vivian and Richard Gere as Edward. This film was about how a wealthy businessman, Edward, hires a poor prostitute, Vivian, into a week's worth escort. Safe to say, things tend to get a little bit sweet between the two when they bond over their problems. This film is a characterization of how company from a stranger humbles and creates a realization for a wealthy businessman, a certain viewpoint that is not realized by a rich person. This film shares ideals and morals of how Vivian begins to reform her lifestyle around. The idea of how life tends to limit your ability to do better because of your background. There's always a second chance. Love is just the driving force of that realization. Vulnerability for each other was their charm of attraction. Money was only the connection. The actress' performance on this film is super entertaining to visualize. Julia Roberts is the centerpiece of that pretty woman that is hard to understand, but easy to charm. Richard Gere is truly amazing to see him embody such a charming man that any woman would desire, but with his usual confrontations and pain. I hope anyone who stumbles across this film sees it for what its grandeur projects. Garry Marshall did an astonishing piece with many diverse concepts to keep our characters within a perception of reasonable conflict. A rom-com that is more than what it delivers, a modern metaphor for a princess that is waiting to be saved. I give this film a 4 out of 5, a certified great. That's it for today, folks. Thank you for joining me. I have been your host for the spoiler-free review, and this has been Recommended Reels.